Welcome to Online Game Freaks. This is Freaks, and thank you for joining us for our 2025 holiday episode. I was looking around the base and I noticed that with the holidays fast approaching that we could definitely use a little decoration. So what I think we need to do is we can add some lights, maybe a snowman, yeah, something like that. This is all work and no fun, so I definitely think it's time for us to do a little bit of Christmas decorating. And with that in mind, first thing we're gonna of course need is lights. Okay, I've made some presents. I think that's good. The bots are gonna love those. We'll be sure to hand those out. I do have some lights going on here, a few more presents. How many more lights? Because we're gonna want all the lights. Okay, that's as many as we can make until we get some more circuit boards. But those are so easy to come by. I've got another idea about a way to add some color to the base in an actual useful way. And our chest. I have all the upgrades for these, but these are really good protection for the wall, and they're very colorful and sparkly. Like, look at this gold one, you know? Boom, look at the sparkles on that. Like right under where the shelf potentially could have gone. I don't know if I'm gonna finish that wall or not, but let's get at least 5 per wall. Even in their plain original state, it already looks a little more festive with some light. So let's get 5 more for this wall. Longer wall, gotta remember to space these out more. This wall already has lots of lighting, but it never hurts to add more. And I want it on the wall. I'm trying to make it look like a string of lights, but you know, I need hundreds of lights, thousands to really do that properly. That's gonna be very festive with you guys added to the stack. Same with you, all right. I had them low because I didn't want tape bots shooting them out, but we're not worried about that right now. We were celebrating the holiday and we need more lights. Well, of course they have to be all the way up, but we'll get to that. I don't know. I'll do that as we get more. All right, this is looking really fun. I'm gonna try to use this. What do they call this stuff? Barrier block. I'm gonna try to use the barrier block to string these together. And I know it makes it look like a construction zone now, but we can paint it. And I think with a little color on it, it might look pretty snazzy. All right, here we go. And I'll just do this as far as I've got block, and we'll make more. I definitely think this is gonna work really well. The next thing on our list, we're gonna need some parts we don't have currently in our inventory, and I don't feel like fighting my way through a warehouse. We're gonna steal some parts from the roof of a warehouse, and now that we have a great flying vehicle, that's become so much easier. But in the spirit of the holidays, I think we need a little sprucing. Nice. Decorate our sleigh a little bit. Even the ducks get a little cleanup. You know, I do get very carried away with the paint, so I had to give myself a little bit of a budget, but I think it's gonna be plenty for this. This is gonna be great. I left the house with the paint. You know I'm gonna use it. No, don't interrupt me, I'm painting. Yeah, I was working on something over here. Everybody's a critic. Now that is a scrap mechanic sleigh if I ever saw one. I think we are now ready to do some exploring. Now I gotta remember how to fly this thing, and nope, so many buttons. All right, engine's on, lights on, and 2 is the forward. All right, we're just gonna fly over to that blue warehouse right there. This is what we're looking for. You can see the parts in here somewhere. Well, at least I did for a second. It redrew something. Oh yeah, we're good here. Oh wait, turn it off. And perfect landing. Works every time. Oh yeah, look at this. We can use our little wheels, climb the ramp. We'll just give her a little parch. That was close. I was almost starving. If I had been starving, it would have popped me out of the seat mid-air. And woof, that could have been really bad. What are the parts? Oh, look at that. Oh, fresh tower looks nice, but that's not why I'm here. I want these little parts here. I think these are gonna look really good for our next build. I didn't bring any spare gas. That was a bad move, but we got this. No reason Santa can't fly his sleigh home. It would help if I sit in the right seat. Yeah, that's embarrassing. All right, so let's get out of here, Santa. I am really happy how this thing flies, I gotta say it. Once you get used to it, like it took me no time at all, and I think I'm adapting to it better than ever. Do have to love the view. It's too bad it's at night, but I guess that's when Santa does most of his work. Just for grins, I'll try to soft land it. There we go. Much better than usual. It didn't go slamming into the ground. But oh, look at all that good stuff we got off the roof. Let's weld our little sleigh up right here. I really need to remember to put gas in that before I go anywhere though, or I will be hurting. We did miss the raid. I pick up everything after the raids, so the fact that there's arms here means that the raid came and the base has cleared it with no assistance. Yeah, here's a remnant right now. What's up, buddy? Yeah, that's what I thought. Taking a look around, trying to see where we want to build a snowman. It looks like, I kind of like this spot right here. I think I'll start with just a single post actually, and I want to bury it in the ground just for stability, just to make sure we don't have any funky business going on. We're gonna slap a bearing on it. I want it to spin, you know, you can like, rotate so you have, everybody gets a cool view of the snowman. Oh, there we go. I don't know how, these pieces may be huge, so, and in theory, 4 of these equal a circle, but, ooh, ground? Okay, all right, it's a dome. Oh wait, it should spin, right? Yeah. Oh, these things are heavy. Look at that. Oh, we got people checking on our work here. What's up, guys? All right, make yourselves at home. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your stay. Back to our build before we were rudely interrupted by those bots. All right, so our snowman needs 3 parts, so now I need the middle bit, and I'm not really sure how this is gonna work, but put on a couple finishing touches on this guy like that. That looks great, and then I think he needs a couple of shoulder pads. And there we go, a scrap mechanic snowman. I think he looks large, kind of cute. He's got a combination of like snowman reindeer thing going on, but you know, we want to animate our holiday decorations, and I do want it to spin, but I want it to spin the right direction. Yep, wrong way. Okay, now we know. I don't like to say it's backwards and just deal with it. I'll switch the bearing. Okay. So now my little brain can contemplate this, because I want the saw blades cranking. So the momentum on all that weight, this thing is gonna be the cutest little snowman. I can't imagine what would happen if something got in the way of it. Hell, let's just let it rip. All right, now loop it at 360s. Yeah, all right, go get him. Aw, isn't he cute? Well, I think that's just adorable. It's just a little snowman with his little pom-poms. That hurt. That's just great. If anything, he might be able to spin a little faster. There we go. And there we have it, a happy little snowman. I did budget myself a little bit of paint, so if he ever stops, I can paint it. That's the problem with this. It's built into the ground. I can't do the lift, but maybe I can paint it on the move. That is a snowman, so, oh, all right. The metal does paint white. Oh, that's great. Start with the big stuff. I'm gonna keep the red and the antlers, arm action. Down to just some little itty bitty. Oh, I didn't know if that would actually, what happens if I paint these white? Does that, oh, that's nice. Look at that, oh, that's very happy. Oh, and his nose should be a carrot, right? That orange looks like a carrot. There it is. He's got a carrot nose, sort of. Wow, this is looking great. I really like our little snowman. Are those cranked all the way up? No, let's go ahead. Let's give him some good keepers on them. Oh, we're getting some holiday glow out here from the green. What a happy little snowman. I am gonna slow him down just a notch, just for stability's sake. Sometimes I just don't trust scrap. So if you turn things up all the way to where you think they can handle it, turn it down a notch. That's our snowman. I think he looks wonderful. And I even, look, I under budget. I have one thing of paint left. All right, so I have one more decoration I think that we need, and that would be, of course, we need a Christmas tree. And I think what I've decided is, you know, the tourists who come by the base to look at all the Christmas lights will probably come by through here. So we'll want this to be the main part of our decoration. A base to come out of the ground because of this. I did do a backup before all the decoration, but I would hate to lose all the decoration. So let's just try to be careful. Get all the way to the back. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I gotta say, my base is dangerous even to me. Concrete's got this high friction problem, and I want it to spin. So what I think I'll do is this last section, I'll replace with just metal. I don't need anything inside the tree to be anything special at all. We just need it to be there. And then we're gonna use the outside of the tree. We'll make that the pretty part. Guess it's kind of like a real tree. So yeah, first we create Charlie Brown Christmas tree. We work our way to something fancy, like the end of the movie, Charlie Brown Christmas tree. At this stage, I drafted in a sketch with this cheap rusty block, you know, that's always lying around at the warehouses. We can clean it up a little bit. Kind of like decorating a Christmas tree at this point, really. You just, how do the ornaments want to go on there? Oh, there's a good one. For this holiday decoration, I'm adding also a little special touch, you know, little pistons with some very authentic looking pine needles. I think that looks plenty Christmas tree enough for now. Obviously, it's not green. We'll work on that. We need to just, let's attach this to the ground at this point. Houston, we have a problem. Obviously something amiss. Let me give it a couple extra attachment points here. Let's see if we can just get lucky and like that. I have no idea what's happening there. Okay, that spins. That's good. That's what I want. So let's try to weld it right here. Aw, isn't that cute? What a lovely little Christmas tree. Now, how does this spin? Okay, spins like crap. That's kind of what I expected. We're gonna use our controller over here. Oh, it does reach. We'll set it the same as the other one, see how it goes. Right, he's going. Happy little snowman. Happy little Christmas tree. Oh boy. I can either wait or play the grab it game. Okay, so I want these to come out. Maybe it'll be easier to grab it from the move than to drop it on it. There, that's both pistons, and really what I want them to do, it just come out like a few. Just give it a nice little flare. Oh good, I have plenty. I got 2 more left. I can actually connect these. I thought it would be easier to, there we go, I got one. And now that's in there. Yeah, you spin as fast as you want to, buddy. Gotcha. Last one, just like that. And you too, sir, you just wreak havoc. Pistons, they start at 0 when they're off, and they come out to 4. What if I reverse it? I could just get him to actually spin over it. Oh, you know, like, missed it. Oh, got one. Yeah, that's actually smoother. It just kind of spins over it now. And I think it is time for, we gotta paint our Christmas tree. Our Christmas tree's ready. I think the most important thing we can crown it with is our good old-fashioned component kit. There we go. Got our star on top, and we have a holiday tree. Look at that. It's a happy tree. And if we have a look here, you can see the lights. I've got some paint up on them. They got some color going. Looking so festive. Oh, we got some more of this block we can put in too. Ow! Oh man, that thing is dangerous. Holy crap. The final piece for our decorations for this holiday season is I think we want blinking lights. So what I'm gonna do is create a series of timers. Each one of the timers will control a different light set. So I want all the green ones, say, on the first one. Every third one of these is supposed to be green. Red, yellow. I think I've got all the lights wired in. I've got all the green ones on the right. I think I've got all the red ones in the middle, and I think I've got all the yellow ones on the left. In theory, if I just wire up the switch to these, they just all turn on, right? Wait, you don't belong here. That's the encryptor. I don't even know what that'll do if we plug it in. Probably a lot of nothing. Okay, then we turn them on and boom, we got lights. Take these, instead of all turning on, we want them to turn on in series. And for that, all right, so they're set at ½ a second. So what should happen is when I turn the switch on, it starts the sequence and it goes to the first timer. When the first timer runs, it hits the second one, which will start the second timer, etc. All right, let's see how this works out. And there we go. The only trick is they don't turn off, so that we don't just light them up in sequence and they stay on. What we really want to do is create another one of our bit generators. And in this case, for use in times of peace, we're not using it to try to maximize the throughput of a weapon. We're gonna go into here and we're gonna make this a NOR. It may work with the others as well, actually. And we'll create a little loop sequence. And now we have the controller in here giving us a ½ a bit delay instead of a 1 bit where we would crank it down, we give it just 1 tick, and it would crank, which we can still do, is, you know, you can see it blinks like crazy. And in fact, if we set this up to our lights, there we go. You can see all the yellow ones, because that's the ones we have hooked up to that first one, are now blinking. Oh, of course. I've got a delivery. I'll have to deal with this real quick. Oh, all right. Hey, I'll tell you what. You guys want to check out my new decorations? Turn those on. I got them. Oh, that was solid. All right. Let's see, come on. Say hello to my little snowman. Oh, snowman? Nope. He thought he went for the gun. Looks like our Christmas tree is still Noel, so that's nice. I guess it was kind of a nice demonstration of the flashing lights with a raid coming at us. A little more dramatic than I had planned for the demonstration, but you can see exactly how it creates the blink. And then it's a matter of how quick do you want it to blink? And we're gonna slow it way down, nice and easy. There we go. Now that there's a nice blink going, we can try to get them going in sequence, which is a simple matter of now we tie this one that blinks here to the next timer. And you can see this one finishes, then this one goes, and we send it to the light, then we send it to the timer, and we send it to the light. We got some blinking, but it's not quite what I'm going for. I want them in sequence. So let's see if we can stretch out the sequence a little bit so that this first one doesn't start till the last one finishes. The adjustment to this is rather simple. Basically, I just had to add a little logic here in the middle that just says, and it's a NOR gate, which basically just says if this guy is on, you can't be on, right? So I'm using it to invert the signal of the final that just prevents, since these are AND gates anyway that turn on all the lights, I'm just saying that you need a positive from this, which requires this gate to not be running, and of course the timer input, which works just fine. If I take away the spaghetti, you'll be able to see how it, if you focus here, it just ticks along the line. Tick, tick, tick. You can see the blinking lights blinking down the way. And if we look around, you can see I have them all the way around the base. We've got a lovely set of Christmas lights, and it bounces off the surfaces. I can't wait to see this at night. This is gonna be so fun. Well, I think the last thing I need to do, of course, is I need to make some presents. It just wouldn't be the holidays without presents. Put a present here. I think we need another present there. Some over here. Definitely wanna make sure we get plenty of presents. I don't want anyone not to have one. And another one right out here. There we go. Got lots of presents. All right, so holiday, turn on the blinky lights. There we go. Oh, it's nighttime. We can get a good look at these. It's really quite lovely. We got lights all the way around. Everybody's blinking. Oh, excuse me. Oh, came here a little early. Guy, the party's not till midnight. It's not quite the big night yet. All right, midnight, we hand out all the presents and we have the party. You know, you always get these early people. They show up, they want to chit chat while you're trying to set up. You got things to do. That's good. I think everybody should be able to get one. I don't think we're going to be short any. Turning on our defenses all the way around. All systems are active. We are ready for the holiday in, well, we're ready for that holiday in about 15 seconds. Oh man, do I have ammo? Okay, I do have some ammo. That's important. And here they come. Let's see who opens some gifts. No, nobody opened any gifts? Oh, we have a winner. I don't know where it came from, but it shook the whole tower. Here, let's see if I can help you with yours. Oh, nice. All right, no, not close enough there. Guys, I feel bad. A lot of you didn't open up your gifts. You don't just swing at it. You're supposed to walk on it. Oh, buddy, you didn't like your gift? Oh, I missed. You know, I was trying to help him, and he gets swatted by our snowman. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and scrap mechanics extraordinaire, that wraps up another holiday in Scrap Mechanic World. I really hope you enjoyed handing out presents and decorating with me. I think we've done wonders for the base. The lighting, our snowman, and our Christmas tree. Absolutely love them. I think they're very, very, very festive. Can I jump? Sorry, it's just a random thought. I feel like Cubert all of a sudden. Look that reference up. And I think this is great. I really enjoy the holiday decorations. I think all the blinky lights, it's so very festive. I'm gonna enjoy the next few nights here and see if we can get any more takers on some of our holiday presents that we've left lying around. Thank you so much for watching, and we really appreciate your like and subscribe. That goes a long way to help the channel, and we hope to see you next time in game.